بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. So inshallah we will be discussing the Am. So if in the last lesson we discussed Khas and now moving on to Am. What does Am mean? Am lafdhun yashmulu jam'an min al-afrad. Am is a word which includes, we say yashmulu, which includes. So it's a word which includes jam'an min al-afrad, a group of members. So jam'an, a group of members. Now, how do we know the word is am? Imma lafzan wa imma ma'nan. There are two ways we can have an am. One is lafzan, one is ma'nan. In lafz meaning, the word itself is plural, and the word has a capacity to encompass many afrad. So Muslimun is a plural, it's a jam'. So when you say Muslimun, it means there's one Muslim, there's another Muslim, there's another Muslim, minimum, maybe 6, 7, 8, and it encompasses all of them. So these are plural words. So lafzan, the word itself encompasses, it's a plural word, so therefore encompasses a group of, so sighatan, the word muslimuna, muslimatun, mushrikina, mushrikatun, all of these are plural words, and these plural words encompass a group of members. Here you have then, next sentence, we have ma'nan. So you have man, you have ma, you have qawmun, you have rahtun. In these examples, we have word with a singular. So by default, by logha, by sigha, they are singular. However, the meaning that they denote is plural. So man is plural, whoever. So there's no plural of man, but the meaning of man is whoever. The meaning of ma is whatever. Yes? So because these words have plural meanings, they are also plural. Qawmun is a singular word, plural is aqwamun. But the meaning of qawm encompasses multiple afrad, because a qawm is made up of many people. So by ma'na, it is a jam, it is am. It has many afrad inside. Same rahtun means what? A group, a jama'ah. Understood? Okay. Then we move on to say there are two types of am. Al-amu naw'an. There are two types of am. The first type is am lam yukhassa anhu shay. That am from which nothing has been made makhsus. The am is as it is. The am remains as it is. Meaning, the word encompasses a group of people, or group of things, a group of items, and every single item remains under the hukam of the am. So in our example here, we have the word bikulli shay'in. What do we have? Bikulli shay'in. Over everything. Now the word kullu shay is am, it encompasses every single creation. Now nothing is exempt from this. Wa Allahu alimun, the hukam of Allah being alim applies to every single member of shay, every single shay. And nothing has been excluded from this. There's no one member that's excluded from this. This is am, lam yukhass anhu shay. This is also known as am, ghayru makhsusin. Amun ghayru makhsusin. Another example. Now, this is a basic example. This is to do with aqidah. So, for example, if somebody was to say that I don't believe Allah knows everything, you say, well, you're going against the am of the Quran. Okay? And you have a fiqh masla. Again, you're going to fiqh masla. What he's saying here is, and Allah says in the Quran regarding the faraz qira'ah in salah, فَقَرَؤُوا مَا تَيَسَّرَ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ. Now, ma can mean any, or it can mean all. Here it means any, because obviously we know we don't have to do the whole Quran in salah. So the meaning is everything or anything. It can't be every, because ijma and everybody knows that you don't read the whole Quran in salah. So it means any, and min al-Quran is the bayan of the ma. So read any part of the Quran which is easy for you. So because this is am, whatever part of the Quran is easy for you, you read that. So the hukam is reading any part of the Quran, and there's no makhsus part. So the faraz qira'ah, faqra'u, i.e. the faraz qira'ah, the faraz qira'ah in salah is any part of the Quran. So if a person reads anything which is counted in the language of the Arab's qira'ah, we will say this person has done the faraz. There's a hadith that says, La salata illa bi fatihatil kitab. So in that scenario, we say, well, because the hadith comes, we say that Surah Al-Fatiha will become wajib. So the qira'ah of Surah Al-Fatiha is wajib. So that way we've done amal on the Quran, which is the am word here, we've done amal upon this am, and we've also done amal upon the hadith. We made the Quran qira'ah faraz, because whatever, any part of the Quran is easy, that's am. So we can't specify only this part, only this part. And then the hadith is what? Surah Al-Fatiha is wajib. Okay? Understood? What is the hukam of an am? The hukm of an am, it is qat'iyyun. What is it? It is qat'iyyun bimanzalatil khas. It is qat'i. The same way khas is qat'i. Meaning when we say thalathatun, it means three, nothing else. When we say arsalna nuhan, it means no, nobody else. It has a particular meaning. You can't change that. You can't bend it or change anything. Similarly, the am, when it's ghayr makhsus, you cannot adjust it. Because then you're basically saying, well, if you were to adjust it and say, no, it's not am, it's khas, without a dalil, without evidence to say that it's makhsus. So if the am is ghayr makhsus in the mutakallim speech, you can't make it makhsus because then you're changing his words. So if you were to change the am into a makhsus, you remove one member of the am, then what are you doing? You're changing the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So therefore, يَجِبُ الْأَمَلُ بِمَدْلُولِهِ. So madlul means the intended meaning. So if you have the word man, this is the word, this is called dal, the word that denotes something. And this is called the madlul, the thing that it denotes. That's a madlul. Yes? So what happens? Whatever the am word, whatever meaning the am word gives and portrays, it is wajib to do amal upon the am. If you do not do amal upon the am, you do not do amal upon the Quran. It's qat'i. There's no doubt in it being encompassing all of its members. This is the Hanafi view regarding the am. The second type of am is am khussa anhul ba'd. This is also known as am makhsus. That am from which some members have been excluded. For example, ahallallahu al-bay'a wa harrama ahallallahu al-bay'a. So now we'll say here, this word alif lam is istighraq and bay is an am word. So it makes it am. All types. All types. So this is am. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made all types of bay and trade and transaction permissible. Allah has made all types of bay and permissible. This is am. However, in the very next part of the verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has takhsis of this. خُصَّ أَنْهُ الْبَيْءُ الَّذِي فِيهِ الرِّبَى. That bay which contains riba has been makhsus, exempted, removed, excluded from the am. So ahallallahu al-bay'a, Allah has made all types of bay halal and Allah has excluded riba. Riba is not halal, riba is haram. So am khussa anhu al-ba'd. Now what's the hukm of this? Yajibu al-amalu bihi fil baqi. Let me give an example so you can work with this. If I said, for example, if I said to you in English, write the translation of the sentences. Okay? Now the word sentences is plural and it's am. Yes? So if I said this is am. This is am غير مخصوص. Am غير مخصوص. Am lam يخص عنه شيء. The am from which nothing has been exempted, removed, excluded. It's am غير مخصوص. However, if I say except the third one. When I say except the third one, this now becomes what? It changes from غير مخصوص to مخصوص. The am is no longer am. You don't have to write every single member of the meaning sentences. You have to write the baqi. So now the ruling is now يجب العمل به في الباقي. What do you need to do? You need to write the sentences, but not the third one. It's obvious. However, what do we say here? There's one caveat. مع احتمال التخصيص. مع احتمال التخصيص. With the possibility of takhsis. With the possibility of takhsis. What does this mean? That when I said do not write the third sentence, there's always a possibility, and the possibility is going to be why? Why am I saying do not write the third sentence? What's the reason for this? There's always a reason behind the takhsis. So if you can understand and figure out the reason for the takhsis, there's always a possibility that is, except the third one, because the third one has a vocabulary word we haven't used before. So maybe the fourth one also has a vocabulary word we don't have before. There's a possibility of further takhsis. If the teacher just says, write the sentences, you have to write all of them. There's no reason to not write any one of them. But when the teacher said, don't write the third one, and the reason is known, because there's a new word in there, we haven't done that as yet. You may further go and say, well, there are a few others that have new vocabulary, we didn't do those as well. So now it's not qat'i anymore, it becomes dhanni. It becomes what dhanni? What does dhanni mean? It's not 100% surety in regard to its intended meaning. Well, it's not 100% that the remaining afrad are intended. There's a possibility with correct evidence that what? Is a possibility, is the correct evidence that that there's some other fard that has been removed. وَلَا يَبْقَى قَطْعِيًّا. This no longer remains qat'i. What does qat'i mean? 100% definitive. There's no doubt in regard to this. بَلْ يَصِيرُ ظَنِّيًّا. Rather it becomes what? ظَنِّي. It becomes what? ظَنِّي. Okay, now a few fa'idah. One fa'idah here. التخصيص قد يكون بمخصص مجهول وقد يكون بمخصص معلوم. Sometimes the thing that is making the arm khas, but the arm خص عنه البعض, the مخصص, the thing that makes the arm no longer arm, it removes a few members from the arm. This can be majhul. For example, وَحَلَّ اللَّهُ الْبَيْعَ وَحَرَّمَ الرِّبَى. In this example, the word riba is a mukhassis. This word riba, this is a mukhassis. At the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the intended meaning of riba was not 100% known. Before the Prophet's bayan, before the Prophet clarified the meaning of riba, it was 100% known, because raba yarbu simply means to increase. So لأن البيع الذي فيه الربا مجهول, because the bay in which there's riba is not known. When this verse was revealed, the Prophet had to then go and explain what riba meant. This transaction in such a way, it becomes riba. So أحل الله البيع وحرم الربا. The word bay here, this is am. The riba is a mukhassis, and this mukhassis is majhul. It was not known at the time of revelation. As opposed to وقد يكون بمخصص معلوم. The mukhassis is ma'loom. كقول الأمير, the Amir says أمن العدو. Let's say, for example, there's a war, and there's a war with another country, another city, another area, another tribe in those times. Now the governor, the leader, the minister, he says أمن العدو. Whichever enemies we have, give them aman, give them peace. Do not fight with them, not wage war with them. So al-aduwa, we would say this aduwa is what? This is give all the enemies peace. But then he says, no, not all of them. لا تؤمنوا المحاربين. Those who are waging a war against you. Those who are waging a war against you, do not give them peace. Do be still at war with them, because they still have guns and ammunition against you, or those times knives and swords and cannons against you. So this is this is the mukhassis. This is the mukhassis. And this mukhassis is what? Ma'loom. This is mukhassisun ma'loomun. This is a mukhassisun ma'loom. Understood? So this mukhassis ma'loom is then takhsis in the am. The am is now khussa anhu al-ba'd. Okay? Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. I'll try recording this video in class, and then 2 more times after that. And Allah's taqdeer was that each time the mic played up. So I'm hoping, inshallah, this is the 4th time. Inshallah, it is right this time. Bi fadlillah.